so much for joining today. Just, a quick shout out to Debbie, Amy, Julie, Doug, and anyone else who might be joining us today. We're going to do a somewhat back to basics class just to kind of reset everybody and we'll try and keep it to a shorter class period because I know everyone's so busy it's hard to fit things in sometimes, but we still want to get that stretching in. So if you will, in Shavasana, flat on your backs, we'll get started. Now you're here focusing on grounding into the mat. And the surface around you. If it's been a tougher few weeks than normal, you can even put your palms down on the mat to help you ground versus rolling your palms up. And just bringing your awareness to your breath and back to your center and how you're feeling right now in your body. Letting go of any emotions that don't serve you for the next 30 minutes or so. Anger, fear, anxiety, frustration, stress. Just being in the present moment so that you're only affected by your yoga practice right now. And trying to shut down all of the environmental impacts around you and things going on outside of your space. I'm going to do a little bit different breathing today, but go ahead and get started with a nice deep breath in, filling the bellies and lungs completely with air. Pause at the top of the breath. Take one more sip of air. And then slowly exhale everything out. Then on your next inhale, we're going to take a counted breath, inhaling slowly for 6, inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pausing and then slowly exhaling everything out, taking the belly buttons all the way to the spine. Do one more counted pace at your own breath. Counted breath at your own pace. Inhaling slowly for 6. Pausing at the top of the breath. Exhaling everything out as slowly as possible. Next breath, we're going to take a nice long inhale, but on the exhale, we're going to force the air out as fast as possible. So inhaling, slow, nice deep breath. And then quickly squeeze the air pushing the air out as quickly as possible. And when you're ready, making the number 4 with our legs, you don't even have to open your eyes, but cross the right ankle over the left thigh and interlace the fingers behind the thigh, gently rocking left and right. Releasing the hands from behind the left thigh, and we'll reverse that left ankle over right this time. Using the hands to pull the right leg in towards the chest, gently rocking left and right. And releasing the hands, we're going to come into happy baby. Grabbing the insides of the feet and driving the knees down on either side of the chest, gently rocking left and right. Just starting to stretch and wake up the muscles. Releasing the hands from the feet. Gently roll onto the right side. You can use a pillow or block underneath the head if you'd like. Interlacing the fingers behind the back, open up through the chest, stretching the arms out long behind you. Take a nice deep breath in, open your mouth and sigh. Releasing the fingers, maybe stretching the hands out further and taking that left foot and stepping it to the mat behind you. Side, interlacing the hands behind the back again. Open up through the chest. Take a nice deep breath in. Open the mouth and sigh. Again, releasing the hands, stretching out even further through the arms and taking that right foot to the mat behind you. Gently lowering that right leg down. Right hand to the mat, pressing up into neutral. Seated position. And we're going to do the quick breath again. 3 more here as we're seated. Just gently placing the hands on the knees. Inhale nice and slow, filling the bellies and lungs. And a quick exhale. Again, inhale. Quick exhale. One more time. Gently placing the hands flat on the mat. Slowly start to raise the right palm up, keeping the palm flexed. Pressing the arm away. Tilt the head towards the opposite shoulder. And on the exhale, rotate the fingertips down. Lowering that hand down on the opposite side, pressing the palm. Slowly raising the arm, tilt the head towards the opposite shoulder. Exhale, rotate the fingertips down. Lowering that hand down. Bring both hands up in front of you, pressing the palms away. Keep the shoulders down and back. Inhale. Exhale, rotate the fingertips down. Interlace the fingers here. Turn and gaze over the left shoulder to bring the chin up. Exhale, chin to shoulder. Bring your gaze back through center and over the opposite shoulder to bring the chin up. Exhale, chin to shoulder. releasing the arms down. Inhale, bring the right arm all the way up, reach. Exhale, take the hand right behind the head. So the palms at the back of the head, elbows pointed. I'm going to start to turn the elbow towards the back of the room and let the upper body follow and the gaze, gazing towards the elbow. Slowly come back to center, release that hand down. Inhale up the left arm. Reach, and then bring the palm right behind the head. Same thing, turn, gaze towards that left elbow. And coming back to center, release the palm down. Shrug the shoulders up to the ears and down the back. Make sure the chest is lifted. Take the legs out long in front of you for hip openers. And with whichever leg you'd like to start with first. Nice big hip circles here. And if you're progressing along this, you can even take into wider circles, guiding the foot wider, making larger circles with the hips, increasing that flexibility, and going the opposite direction. Lowering that leg down. Bounce out the knees, sitting up nice and tall, shoulders still down and back, and on the right. Same thing. You could do nice big hip circles this time. If you're used to this movement. You can even hug the leg in close to the chest. Feel a stretch all down through the hips. Continuing on with your circles. Lowering that leg down, sitting up nice and tall again. Shoulders are down and back, bounce out through the knees. Inhale, bring the arms all the way up. Chest is lifted. Exhale, fold forward, going for the feet here. Inhale, staying here, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, slowly coming up, and we'll come into tabletop. While you're here, we're just going to put the toes underneath the feet and slowly sink back onto the heels. Stay there in tabletop, sink back. You come slowly up, adding pressure to the feet and stretching through the toes. Come back into tabletop and tap out the tops of the feet. I'm going to take the right hand fingertips, turn them to the outside of the mat and point the fingertips back towards the knee. Sink into the hip slightly and lift the palm off the mat, putting a stretch in the fingers and the hand. Maybe feel it all the way up the arm. Slowly coming back up, release the fingers. And same on the left. Take the fingers outside and twist them, turning them back towards the knee. Sink into the hip. Lift the palm off the mat. Sink into child's pose, taking the hips a little bit wider, taking the sits bones towards the feet, forehead resting on the mat, gently rocking left and right. Seeing if you can take the fingers a little bit further. Coming up onto the top of the head and the forearms for a little neck stretch. Exhale, sink back down into child's pose. Inhale, back up onto all fours. You thread the needle here. Inhale up the right arm, gazing towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring the right arm through and underneath. Come down onto the right shoulder, right temple. Inhale up the left arm reach. Exhale, bring the left arm behind you, taking a bind, stacking through the shoulders. Bring that left hand down to the mat, pressing back up. And the same on the opposite side. Inhale up the left arm, opening up through the chest. Exhale, thread through, left arm underneath. Coming down onto the left shoulder this time. Left temple, reach up through the right. Stack through the shoulders. Exhale, taking a bind. Bring that right hand behind the hip. Lowering that right hand down to the mat. Pressing back up into tabletop. And walk the palms one step forward. Inch forward the hips. Slowly lower all the way down to the mat. Roll the right shoulder up to the ear and down the back. Same on the left. Shrugging the shoulder. Now both shoulders. Inhale up, mini cobra. Waking up the low back here. Exhale back down. Inhale up, full cobra this time. Pressing the palms right into the mat. Chest is lifted, gaze is forward. Breathe here. Keeping this left hand planted, we're going to dry the right knee or right arm right underneath. Doing a version of thread the needle. Just lying down. Breathing here. Pressing the left palm into the mat. Push back up into full cobra. Chest is lifted. And on the exhale, left arm comes right underneath, coming down onto the left shoulder. And just staying right here, planted. Inhale, press back up into full cobra and push back into child's pose, sinking the hips. And when you're ready, curl your toes under, come into downward facing dog, pedaling out the feet. Really trying to press the heels into the mat, feeling a stretch in the back of the legs. Inhale up the right leg. Step it forward. I'm just going to stay here in forward lunge for a moment. Keeping the back leg active, as if there's energy going right down the back of the leg and out the back heel. And this front leg is rotated internally to keep the knee over the toes. Inhale, bring the arms up. And then we're going to come into eagle arms, left arm underneath the right. Inhale up, slight back bend. Pull in the shoulders, inhale up, exhale forward, last time, inhale up, exhale forward, release the hands down to frame the foot, lower it down onto the back knee, flip the back toes out, heel toe that right foot to the edge of the mat, staying right here, in lizard pose, or you can come down onto your forearms and roll to the outside edge of your foot. Back up into long arms, heel toe that right foot over to the left wrist to come into pigeon. You can come down onto your forearms if you'd like, or stay up in long arms and and work at rotating the back leg internally to the body. So you might end up with space underneath your thigh, which you can put a block there or a pillow to help adjust. And then we're going to roll right back onto the hips. Left toes come up, right foot comes to the inside of the left thigh, left hand, right arm over. Have that nice long stretch on the whole right side of the body. Inhale, come back to the top of the mat and into downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet. Pressing into the heels. Lift the left leg up. Exhale, step it through. Okay, we're going to stay in the long lunge. Go through the back leg. And when you're ready, inhale, bring the arms up. Chest is lifted, shoulders are down the back. Legs are active. Coming into eagle arms, bring the right arm underneath the left. Pulling back into the shoulders. And with the inhale, slight back bend, lifting the arms. Exhale, come back to center. Inhale, lift. Exhale, center. Last time, inhale, lift, slight back bend. Exhale, back down, release the hands. Come down to frame the foot, lower down onto the back knee. Flip the back toes out, heel toe the left foot to the edge of the mat. You can roll to the outside edge of your foot and come down onto your forearms if you'd like. Or stay in the long stretch, even moving around to open up through the hips. When you're ready, come back up into long arms if you were on your forearms. We'll come into pigeon, bringing that left foot to the right wrist. And again, rotating that back leg internal to the body, so the hips are straight, chest is straight. If you have a space where your body's not touching the mat, you can use a pillow or a block. Back onto the hip, taking this leg, rotate the right toes up, right foot to right hand to right foot, left arm up overhead. Inhale, bring the hands back to the top of the mat, coming into downward facing dog, pedal out the feet. We're going to warm up with a few sun salutations before we do some more bending. So inhale, slowly coming forward into plank first. Vinyasa. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, half step or foot forward. Inhale, up halfway lift. Lengthening through the spine. Gaze is down, head stays in line. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, press through the feet. Arms come all the way up, hands through heart center, forward fold. Inhale, up halfway lift. Really sinking the heels and the balls of the feet into the mat. Exhale, fold. Right leg steps back. Left. Vinyasa. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Hop, step, or float forward. Inhale up. Stretch. fold, bend the knees. Hands through heart center. Inhale up, halfway lift. Again, grounding through the feet. Right leg, left, vinyasa. Up dog. Downward facing dog, hop, step, or float forward. Inhale up. Exhale, fold, bend the knees. Sweep the arms all the way up. Palms meet, hands through heart center, forward fold. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Right, left. Slowly coming down. Up dog. Downward facing dog, hop, step, or float forward. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bring the arms all the way up. Hands through heart center. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, hands to the mat. Right, left, vinyasa. Up dog. Exhale, down dog. One more time. Hop, step, or float forward. Inhale up, stretch to the legs. Exhale, fold, bend the knees. Hands through heart center. Inhale up. Exhale, down. Right leg, left, vinyasa. Downward facing dog, hop, step, or float forward. Heel toe the feet out wide or at hip distance. Using the 2-piece fingers, grab the big toe, cap it with the thumb, and on the exhale, pull the chest down towards the knees, letting the whole head hang heavy. Inhale, take the hips up. One more time, exhale, pull the chest down. Release the hands from the feet, grab opposite biceps. Just hang in ragdoll. Feeling the arms sway left and right. Gently shaking the head, no. Will not have negative thoughts and negative speak. And shaking the head, yes, of positive thoughts and positive speak. Releasing the hands down to the mat, heel toe the feet in hip distance. Inhale up, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, sweep the arms all the way up. Palms meet, hands come to heart center. We're going to ground here for just a moment and come into tree pose. So pressing the balls of the feet and the heels into the mat. Shoulders are down and back, chest lifted. Keeping the left foot planted, bringing the right foot up into any version of tree pose that works for you today. Slowly bringing the hands together and to heart center, releasing the right leg. We're going to use the 2-piece fingers, grab the big toe again, and extend through that right leg. Lowering the right leg down, paddle out the feet. Mountain pose just for a moment, adjusting the shoulders down and back, chest is lifted, belly button's into spine, noticing maybe the right leg feels a little different than the left. Plant the right foot, we're going to bring the left foot into tree pose this time. Slowly bringing the hands up. Palms meet, hands come to heart center. And we're going to use the 2-piece fingers on the left toe and the left hand this time. Every side's different. Pressing in to the left arm and left foot. Gently releasing the left leg down. Pedal out the feet. Heel toe the feet together, knees together, thighs together. Slowly sink down into chair pose. I'm going to take the arms and keep them back in goal posts. So make sure the elbows aren't close, but right back behind the head. And on the inhale, we're going to come up and overlap the hands. It doesn't matter which hand, because you can switch it on the next time. Exhale, bring the arms down. Inhale, take them up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, goal posts again. Press through the feet. Palms come forward, hollow the body. Inhale, come back down. One more time. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, down. Inhale, hands up. Down. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, arms down. Last time. Arms down. Press through the feet. Palms come forward. Hollow out the body. Inhale the arms all the way up. Reverse swan dive. Forward fold. Inhale up, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. Right leg, left. Vinyasa. Dog. And slowly come into down dog. And we're going to do full body roll, rolling all the way forward. Slowly lowering all the way down to the mat. Keep the arms long behind you. And when you're ready, coming up into locust pose, you can even interlace the fingers, opening up through the chest, lifting the lower legs, and breathe. Exhale, release everything down to the mat. Right cheek to the mat. Windshield wiper the legs, left and right. We'll do that one more time. Coming up into locust again. Or bow if it's part of your practice. Lifting up. Opposite cheek to the mat this time. Windshield wiper the legs, left and right. Lowering the legs down to the mat, bring the hands right underneath the shoulders. Press all the way back into child's pose. Sinking into the hips. You can even take the palms and grab the heels. Releasing the hands down. Gently pressing up to seated. Cross the legs, bring them through. And we're going to come down onto our mats and set up for bridge pose. into the mat, making sure your fingertips can touch your heels. And on your next inhale, lifting the tummies up, roll the shoulders under. Releasing the shoulders, come down one vertebrae at a time, tapping the hips 3 times at the bottom. And again, finding happy baby, grabbing the insides of the feet and driving the knees down on either side of the chest, gently rocking left and right, massaging the spine. Releasing the hands from the feet straight up to the ceiling and reverse shoulder stand if it's part of your practice. You can also just stay here and even use a pillow or block underneath the low back. And just bringing awareness to your breath here. Relaxing through the hips, face, muscles in the jaw, the shoulders, the back. and butterfly, feet together, knees falling apart. With each exhale here, find your way to relax your body and muscles heavier each time. So with each exhale, imagine your body's getting heavier, falling into the mat, loose and completely relaxed. Slowly bringing your awareness back to your mat, maybe touching your thumb to each one of your fingers, wiggling your toes, and taking a full body stretch like you do first thing in the morning. The reading for today: sometimes when life shifts and changes, it can feel like we've lost our place. Let changes happen. Take extra loving care of yourself. Be attentive to what you need. The magic isn't gone. It hasn't disappeared. You're just going through a shift. That means things are moving, and movement is good. For now, it may feel like you can't find your place, but that's because your place is changing. We're here to feel joy and absorb all of life's beauty that we can. If pain comes, let it pass through quickly and move back to joy. Gently using your left hand to push yourself to a seated position. Hands to heart center. We'll take 2 healing, energy-sending breaths. on our first breath, seeing someone in our mind's eye who needs a healing energy, inhaling that person into your heart and showering them with beautiful golden light. And on our next breath, we'll take our own. The light in me sees and honors the light in each one of you. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste. Thanks so much for joining. I hope you all have a great rest of your weekend and a good week ahead, and I'll see you next week.